Ray, how's camp been going for you so far? What do you think you've improved on the most?
I feel like one of the biggest things I needed to improve on coming past the offseason was just my breaks in and out of cuts. I feel like camp's been going pretty good. I like the position we're in as a team. I like the position that I'm in individually. Everything's starting to fall in place. I love the direction that the coaching staff's taking the team, and I feel like we made a big improvement as a team versus individually as a team this year.
Right, we thought maybe you were switching to running back in the spring.
Mm-hmm.
I think Coach Golden might have mentioned something like that. Well, what happened with that?
Running back was something that we talked about coming from my transitioning from high school to college. Right now I'm just trying to focus on one thing at a time. Just try to get DB down, get cornerback down, and if anything happens in the future, then we can let that play when that comes.
What's the biggest thing you've improved on at corner since you've been here?
I'll probably say my speed. I'll say that was the biggest thing coming from high school transitioning into college. I just feel like the speed of the game was so much different. I just feel like everybody's fast, everybody's big, everybody was once the best on their high school football team. So I just feel like the biggest thing I needed to work on was speed. Like when I first came in, I was roughly around like 4.7-ish, and I got down to around like 4.5-ish. So I feel like that was the biggest thing I needed to work on was just speed.
Ray, how about your maturity? I know there's been some bumps along the way. Have you changed at all in that regard? What have you learned from? I know you didn't play in the bowl game. For example.
I feel like that was the biggest thing that held me back my freshman year. I just feel like I wasn't mature enough to handle some of the things that were thrown at me when I came to Miami. I mean, you don't got mommy waking you up anymore when you come to college. So I mean, it's like everything's on you. Everything's on how fast you mature, on whatever your mom or your parents instilled in you over the time. I just felt like that was my biggest thing. They definitely did teach me right, and I kind of got sidetracked when I first got here. But I feel like if it didn't happen, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. And it definitely taught me a lot, and I definitely matured, and I feel like it's ready to go play football at this point.
Now that you've been in this defense for a year plus, what are your impressions of it? What have you learned about the way that the Canes run their defense now?
It's a very, very smart scheme, and I feel like one thing Coach D'Onofrio was really good at is we really have every area that we need covered. And I mean, from the checks down to our base defense, down to everything, it's really a good defense. It's really a smart defense, and I feel like if everybody buys in and everybody learns it 100%, I feel like we're really good on defense.
There's a lot of veterans at corner, especially really in each class, senior, junior, sophomore, and redshirt freshmen like yourself. What are you learning from the older guys? What are they trying to bring you along to teach you?
It's actually great. They taught me a lot. They taught me a lot when I first came in, just from not even just on a football standpoint, just from everything. Especially like we were talking about the maturity standpoint. They taught me a lot. And coming in, they taught me just different drills to get me better. They just taught me different things that you don't really practice that often, especially coming from high school. Like